This is Ellen Clark, CEO and founder of Control Corrective Skincare Systems. This is a demonstration of our Botanical Soothing Facial. This cooling soother instantly subdues angry inflammation, visible redness, unsightly blotchiness, and reactivity tantrums. Non-irritating, gentle enzyme skin polishing removes dry, flaking skin and surface irritants, followed by an anti-inflammatory botanical serum infusion. Placement of smooth therapeutic cold stones onto hot spots pulls the heat out and leaves cooling relaxation in its place. The restorative moisture replenishing mask completes the peace and quiet, all to leave you feeling totally at ease and comfortable in your own skin. We've just finished our cleansing with the gentle facial wash, and now I'm going to tone with the sensitive skin tonic. This facial treatment incorporates enzyme exfoliation and soothing hydration. So what we want to do on a sensitive client is we want their skin to tolerate some exfoliation but not overstimulate their skin. There's so many people that have very, very, very sensitive skin, but most sensitive skin can tolerate a natural biological enzyme beautifully. Because even if you're sensitive, you can still build up a lot of dead skin cells. So often I see clients that they go to a spa and they're sensitive, they get red easy, and the spa doesn't exfoliate them because they're afraid of that skin type. On the contrary, they may have some sensitivity, but they still build up dead skin cells and get pigmentation. You can see we've got the steam started. I'm going to mix my enzyme powder and activator. The key with the enzyme mixture is to create a creamy paste. You're going to use about a flat teaspoon of powder to about equal parts of the activator. Depending on the size of the client's face, you're going to decide how much product you want to use. It's just a nice creamy paste. One thing I like to do is sometimes I'll warm up the enzyme under the steamer so it doesn't go on the client's face really cold. And I test it on myself first to make sure it's not too hot. And I'm going to gently apply my enzyme mixture. Our enzyme is amazing. It's a proteolytic enzyme and it smells good. It's not unpleasant. It also works really well to, again, eat and digest the dead skin cells. Goes on easy, it'll come off easy, and as you may know, these natural enzymes help soften the skin prior to extractions. You don't need a lot of product to get the result. So even if somebody has rosacea, you can use this enzyme on them. Having said that, as you well know, clients with rosacea, sometimes it's really sensitive in a certain area. So I'm going to just show you something I like to do once I get this enzyme on. Some people like iPads and some people don't. Some people feel claustrophobic, so you have to ask them, would they like iPads on? Are they comfortable with that? Some people will say absolutely not, but if they are, I'll just take some of the Botanical Soothing Eye Makeup Remover and make iPads with it. Another thing you can do is take some of the sensitive skin tonic on a cotton pad. And you know how people often have rosacea, let's say, on their cheeks. That's a real common area, or their chin. If a client is really red around their cheeks and you want to steam the enzyme but you don't want too much stimulation, just saturate your cotton rounds with your sensitive skin tonic, put it on the cheek area. This way the client is getting the benefit of the enzyme. The enzyme's being activated by the steam, but you're doing what we call indirect steaming, and it's not going to overstimulate and bring up so much blood flow or capillary distension on those delicate areas. So you're always customizing because, as you probably know, the face really, different things are going on the skin. So if you have those clients, again, with a lot of sensitivity or rosacea and spots, do this. You're still going to steam for 7 minutes. You don't have to use your ozone if you don't want so much heat or steam. And then we will remove this and her skin will have been exfoliated and prepared for extractions. We've steamed her skin for 7 minutes. I don't want to over steam, again, a sensitive client. And I'm using a nice cool towel. We're going to remove the excess of the enzyme, and then this would be the time you would typically do your extraction work. After this, and your LED light or whatever other machines you're going to use, your galvanic. We have quite a few water-based serums, so if you do want to use galvanic, you may want to look into our serums that are water-based. We use a lot of hyaluronic acid in our serums. Her skin already looks lighter. I mean, it's really amazing just with an enzyme exfoliation. Okay, so we've presumably done our extractions if the client has any, and now we're going to go into the massage phase of the facial. We're going to use cold stones, and if you've never used cold stones before, you're going to absolutely love it. You can use cold stones in all kinds of facials and different applications whenever somebody is really red or overstimulated, and sometimes that just happens from waxing, and you could incorporate the same thing into your treatment. What you want to do is typically the white stones are used for cold, and I take a bowl about this size and I don't put ice water where it's super cold. You don't want like tons of ice cubes, but you want to make it cold, maybe 1 or 2 ice cubes. You want to put a little piece of gauze, 4x4, or you can put a little towel so that when you remove it, it's not clanking in the treatment room, and you're going to have your white stones ready in the water to keep them cool. And you want to have more than 2, because what's going to happen on somebody sensitive and with their faces warm is actually you're going to feel the stone's going to warm up because it's going to be pulling out the heat in the face. So what I'm going to do though is start doing my massage with the hydrocom oil in my hands, and then I'm going to incorporate the stones. I think that feels better to the client, and if you have our protocol, you will see that we have a whole protocol for how to use the stones that's very easy to follow, and it's more of a lymphatic flow if you're familiar with doing lymphatic drainage massage. It's very, very similar. This is the hydrocom oil, and this treatment oil is a wheat germ-based oil, excellent for dry, sensitive skin. There's some vitamin E in here, but it's a hydrodispersible oil too, which is very nice because it actually helps disperse with a little bit of water. So if there's any water on the stones, it's just going to disperse with the stones and into the skin and help hydrate. So again, you can massage for 5 minutes and then incorporate the stones. You can massage for 2 minutes, depending on how you book your treatment. This is typically a 1-hour facial. And I think clients love the facial first with touch, and then you can bring the stones in, and then after you finish doing your stone part of the massage, then you can go back to doing a little bit more with your hands. So let's say I had massaged her now for about 5 minutes and I want to incorporate the stones. There's several things you can do. We're going to use 2 stones. If you feel like you don't have enough oil on the face, you might need to take some oil and actually put it in your hands with the stones and mix it together so you actually get oil on the stones. I have enough oil on the client's skin, and these white stones can be purchased from many, many skincare distributors, and it just feels really good beforehand to just kind of put the stones on the whole area of the face before you start in one area. The nice thing about these facial massage stones is that you can get under the eye, you can get into this occipital ridge area where people hold a tremendous amount of tension. If you have a client going through menopause or somebody under a lot of stress that's hot, you just pull out your cold stones, costs you very little, and incorporate them. So if you are looking at our manual, you'll see that we tend to do it 3 times, going down the face. And if you are trained in lymphatic drainage, you know that you go down and you help to carry the toxins out, because so many people have puffiness around their eyes. They've got a lot of fluid. This helps to dissipate the fluid actually in the face. And you can play around with this, test it before you use it on a client. And again, you're going to go 3 times. And of course, in the treatment room, this could be a 10 to 15 minute massage. For the video, we don't have time to show you all of it, but I'm just showing you there's so much you can do with the stones. Once your client has a facial stone massage, they are not going to want to get a treatment without it. So after, again, 3 to 4 minutes, the stones become warm. You always keep your hand on the client at all times, so you would then go and get 2 more stones and repeat. Some people like to actually put the stones under the neck for a little bit, or they have stones that you can actually put on the eye area, or that are shaped in a half moon that you can leave right here under the eye area for puffiness. So again, you'll go as long as you decide you want to go with your stones, and you'll spend another minute or 2 just massaging a little bit longer to relax the face even more and put your client in the zone. This massage oil is so wonderful with the skin that I might tissue off a little bit of excess, but if she's dry, very dry, I'll just leave it on and follow with the next step, which is the Balancing Thermogel Mask. The Balancing Thermogel Mask is a hydrating gel mask that is great for dry or reddish skin. It goes on cool. It's a cool gel aloe vera based mask. I use just under about a tablespoon for the décolleté and the full face. What I love about this gel mask is, again, it feels cool, which is great for your sensitive clients. So it's designed to add more water to the skin. But I also like that it has some viscosity or slip, so you could actually massage it on the skin as well. And this is going to stay on the skin for about 10 minutes. The other nice thing about this mask is that you can put it on the eyelids. You know, it's that gentle. I will use this mask on oily skin clients that need hydration, but they don't like anything, you know, like a cream mask. Perfect. All right, so we'll let this sit on about 10 minutes and then we will go to our next step. Now we're going to remove the mask. I like to use a cool towel at this stage. We don't want to use a hot towel and overstimulate the skin. We've just calmed it down. She's super hydrated, exfoliated. We're really trying, in facials, we're trying to hydrate, balance, and nourish the skin all at the same time, and yet sometimes we have to peel and try to do that, or exfoliate with an enzyme. So a lot of it is in how we approach our steps in a facial. I find that this treatment is a winner. Let's say you had somebody on Accutane. Let's say somebody just had a sunburn. They were in Catalina and they got a bad sunburn. Whatever the case, and you go, what kind of facial can I do? She came in, she was booked for a more aggressive treatment. You can do this treatment on her, she'll love it, she'll feel a result, and she will feel more balanced. Again, this mask comes off really easy. If there is any excess, it's just going to hydrate her skin even more. When I sell this retail size of the Balancing Thermogel Mask, if somebody's very profoundly dehydrated, I'll have them use it every day. I'll have them leave it on, sleep with it on overnight until their hydration level balances. Now, we're going to put our final touches on. We're going to use the Redness Relief Serum, which is a botanical hydrating gel with hyaluronic acid in it. And now we're going to add the water to the skin, which most of these rosacea clients, as you may know, tend to have a problem with transepidermal water loss. And that's why sometimes they get so irritated so easily. They've got little fissures in their skin, which when the skin's really dry, they're just more prone to everything stinging on their face. So we want them to go home with this too and explain to them why they need something that puts water back into their skin. And you can massage this for a few minutes. A little bit goes a long way, so you really, and again, you can use it right on the eyelids. Actually, in our line, we don't have eye gels. I feel that the serums that we have are your eye gel and your face serum to hydrate. And then this is, as this absorbs, we're going to apply the Botanical Soothing Cream SPF 30. We have a special sunscreen for people that get red and irritated to calm the skin down and protect. You can put on the Collagen Eye Defense before or after, but you definitely want to put eye cream on as well. And really, you know, with this treatment, it's a results-oriented treatment for sensitive skin. And a lot of it with highly sensitive skin is education. You have to teach them about what they need to do, particularly in the winter months or if they have heaters in their house. Our sunscreens are amazing. I mean, this is lightweight. It doesn't leave her white and sticky. It's a moisturizer with botanicals to soothe and the sunscreen all combined. So she could really just put the serum on, the sunscreen, and go. I'm going to put a little eye cream on because she is a little dehydrated and it just gives her a little bit more protection. Again, I could have put it on earlier, just before. So there's a lot that goes on in the facial, but the client really reaps the rewards when you do a good treatment that incorporates all of these different things. And again, the product is just absorbing now nicely into her skin. And that completes the Botanical Soothing Facial.